today. Last-ish story quest. And that makes absolutely no sense, but... You know, to sit through the joys of a loading screen. I should just start a timer for this. Sure, I could play a quick game of solitaire during this time. Oh, almost. Is it really just gonna... There we go. Maybe. Okay. Now just wait for the stream to catch up. Just give it a second so I can see if it's actually in sync or not. Right, well that satisfied me, it's definitely in sync, so... Now, that's probably been a good minute delay. Who is behind? And why are they so far away? Oh great, they're literally on the most north part of the map. Thank you AMD for stuff I do not need to know. Why am I getting ads from AMD on my laptop? This is just... I didn't download the software I downloaded it because it's a driver, not ads. I should probably actually explain why it's final-ish, not final. If you just look in here, this is the one we're doing today, and then this is an unlocked. I'd say unlocked. No, it's locked. So you know, can't do it. So you know, this is the final one, ish. I mean, that is ignoring this hangout event section, but you know, the details. Although we can do a few of these at some point. Burn, burn, slime. There we go.
Better than nothing.
It's possible better not make me do a fetch quest. Oh, they're on the opposite peak. I mean, like... Why? Why did they have to be difficult? I mean, this is like a late start for me. Purely because I had to wait for Windows Update. Probably wasn't the best idea to actually update my laptop, you know, given that it was... Like, what would they call it? A major version update? Like, why are you all the way out here? Mm-hmm. So you decided to go over here. Okay. Well, this looks awful.
With the wind!
I'll protect us. Go, Barbara, go!
Ouch. It's just how I say hi to these friends. I'm sure they won't shoot me. Frick. Well, are you shooting 3 arrows? What's up the tower? Whole load of nothing. Climb the watchtower. Are you... What? This just feels like a lot of running around. Okay. Oh, I see how it is. Just because I'm faster, you gotta just, you know, fade to black. Oh, suddenly they're up here. To be fair, I mean, I guess it could be worse. Just seems like a very, very tedious story quest. Cool. Opponents, and Eye of the Storm. Kinda wish that was a bit more things that I just had to run around with, but...
Let the show be. Just like we rehearsed.
Retribution!
And this one's now done. Oh, there's some more loot over here. Masks, but that'll come in handy for something. Pudgy pyrotechnicians. Wonder what this could be then. Why are these all in such difficult locations? For some reason I thought that was one of those collectible flies that make you go up in the air. This might not have been a great idea. No, just... Eight opponents. Oh, and there's explodey things.
Disappear!
No, just gotta bop this slime real quick. There we go. Oh, you're right here. Yep. Yeah, big thing run. I swear, I feel like just there's things I come out with sometimes. How? Okay, how have these gotten here? I don't think I hit anything that hard.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Add Astro. I am sorry.
Wait, what?
Did you...
Oh. Okay. Fair point. May have missed one. These things just take ages to kill. Guess it's because I don't have a proper, like, bow user, but still. Oh, look at that whole 21 damage. One more. Okay, back. Oh, hold on a moment. 107,000, so that's almost... Hey Google, what is 26,400 times 5? $132,000, okay. Now she's talking about weight. Sure. No. Bad, terrible. What even are these things? There's like a ball of air. It's gained sentience. Oh, it's already dead. Well, now we can go claim daily commissions.
Add Astro. Thank you for completing. Add Astro.
Right, so that's everyone sorted there. Do we need to get another key? Yes, we do. Who should we unlock? Let's go for... I guess we'll just get on the list, to be fair. Ningguang then. There we go. And our next story quest will take us back to Sumeru, because doing Vulp's Zerda. And this is probably going to deal with more corruption, or whatever they call it. Decay. I always find it to be quite, I don't know, just a bit... Like, I get what they're trying to do, it's just a bit, it's time consuming compared to some. I've just knocked something, but I don't know what. Okay, it's just a bottle. Fine. What would I do without loading screens? Oh yeah, hopes this one touches ears. That's the main thing we're looking for here.
This is where you've been, Kainari? That's...
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Tainari, everything's spinning. Am I going to die?
Did you give the child alcohol?
Tell Mom that I should have listened to her. And tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy.
Or has he run
I
into the
didn't tell her
corrupted
because
zone?
I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore. Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true? I feel like I'm getting lighter.
What happened? Kainari, is he?
Okay, enough nonsense. You just have a small fever.
Huh?
Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Really? Then, can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize.
I'm
Keeping
sorry, what?
secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
So he's just told him to not lie about... I mean, okay, that's still like the right thing to do, but also, he's a child.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the forest. I just wanted to look inside.
Oh, do you run into one of those
It's
horrible green
different
plants?
From before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Could it be?
Contaminated region?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I
Isn't that
say so,
usually
got
lethal?
it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him.
Oh.
His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidya forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of
We're
traveling
looking
gear
for a
for
very specific plant.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
Sure.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass.
You're paying for it.
We can also ask about the contaminated region.
Because I do
There's
not
no
consider
time
how
to
much it
waste.
costs.
We have to move quickly. Let's go.
Buy grass from traveling merchant. What if it's fake? Like, just maybe. Like, on the off chance we don't get the right grass. Do you have any grass?
Excuse me. I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently.
Oh, were they now?
They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pool together Mora to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip. All the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's
Because I'm
not
not
that
a
we
customer.
don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest. We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts. How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many,
what?
there weren't any people.
No people?
Ruin guard?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine.
One of
The
those
thief that
things.
stole our parts was a huge mechanical crab.
What the heck? The Avidya forest has creatures like that?
Didn't see any of that in the Avidya Forest field guide.
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we
Now
came to
that's
our senses,
efficiency.
the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of any...
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation.
Who?
If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right. We'll go and have a word.
Assuming you know who they are. Oh. Hello, do you know who this person is?
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables. A caravan carrying a large amount of mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken.
How would they steal a...
Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge. We'll eventually think of a way to get rid of it.
This is... Oh, whoops. What do you have to say?
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with.
All agreeable.
10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't the academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come from? Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanical crab? This is rough.
Yes, it certainly sounds it. What do you have to say?
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected.
Mm-hmm.
We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily lives. It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done making a mess.
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it.
Mm-hmm.
It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest, so instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby. Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
Need to move fast, do we? Well, I'm good at not doing that.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given commands.
Once it's been told
If
to
I were its
take
owner,
people's things.
I'd command it to steal more valuable things. Or the mora you made. That would be the most efficient method. But it only goes after mechanical components.
Hey, should I build a friend and help a friend?
This doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep them on me at all times. Oh, are you planning to...
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components.
Building friends.
If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the
very
mechanical
interesting
components
laugh.
and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Definitely. What are you looking at?
It's hurting again.
Eh? No, of all the I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Why would an idle guard be in pain? Oh, where are we going? Down here. Wait. Wasn't it supposed to be contaminated? Where's the contamination? I'm not seeing these.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere around here.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
I did not like that sound.
We'll start from here and have the Sumpter Beast with the components on board lead the way. This Sumpter Beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
That's exactly what we're not going to do.
Let's keep up with it.
Don't just like jump on top of it.
Why did it stop?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry. The caravanners grew disheartened after their goods were stolen, so they probably didn't feed their animals as scheduled.
Alright, it's moving again.
Yeah. Gotten faster. Now is that it?
Did you hear something?
Nah.
Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about? It's charging straight at us!
Looks
It
different.
looks strong. Be careful.
I've never seen one be white before. Ugh.
Time for retribution!
Fight this on for some!
Where'd it go? Oh. Oh.
Just try
Making
to
it the
escape
weird
this
sound.
time, you naughty caravan robbing crab! Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill it! Why are you stealing so many mechanical parts?
You sure it speaks? I would say English, but it's more Paimon at this point.
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods.
Let's search some searching Tenari friends, stolen goods from
I
mechanical
don't
crab.
know why you're stealing
Stole.
mechanical parts, but they don't belong to you. Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. Any objections?
Hmm.
You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
It reacted!
There's something really weird about this.
Can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so you want the crab to lead us into the contaminated region?
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter, so it would be difficult to conduct a thorough search. If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets. I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe, it would be best to have a guide lead the way.
Paimon gets it now. Does this scuttler understand what you're saying?
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
It seems to
This
be
is a
really
really weird
happy.
crab.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward. Understood?
It's training a crab.
I'm not sure, but our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components and to purchase Vasanti grass to make medicine with. We should return, but before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
What traps are you on about? Oh. These really tiny ball-looking things. Okay.
Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for us! Thank you all so
Why are
very
they just
much.
two on top of the box?
I don't know how I can repay you. Wait, didn't you want to purchase Vasanti grass? Don't worry about the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
I thought they
is
were
enough.
expensive.
No, that won't do. Here, I'll throw in some more.
No.
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti grass. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs, other dangers are still present. Take caution on this route.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village.
Okay.
The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
And then we're going to deal with the crab. I mean, at least he has priorities. Compared to the whole Aranara situation where we had a good week, 2 week long exploration dealing with Aranara's problems to then go back to the person that surprisingly wasn't dead.
Oh! Hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh. Okay.
Make Collie sad, you bully.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he
Can't
finds me very
imagine.
approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
With what? Ratty and Tainari prepare the medicine, Collie gives it to Yara.
How is he? Doing any better?
Or Yara?
I feel like he's doing a lot better, and his temperature is returning to normal. That's wonderful! Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier, and he told her everything about the toy. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you. Can I ask what happened?
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear I asked you to?
Of course I did! Are you going somewhere far away?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight.
Is that safe?
I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin to compare to you.
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize they weren't as difficult as you once thought they were. Deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate me.
That's right! You'll do great, Kale. Alright, then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
Yeah, don't
We'll
worry.
be all right. You'll understand the reason for this excursion once we arrive at the contaminated region. You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
What if the crab has just walked away as someone's trying to roast it? You boil crabs. What do you do with crabs? Yeah, eat it. Sure, we're just gonna go for straight eating it. Hey, crabby, are you still here? I'll take that as a no. No, it is not here.
We're here. This should be... Huh? Where's the crab? Did it secretly scuttle away?
Huh. The traps weren't triggered, so it should still be here. Odd.
Eh? I was having a drink.
You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm not giving you another one if you lose it.
Wait, where is it taking them?
Glad you're
Is it
satisfied.
just like eating them?
If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there. What caused the Avidya forest to become like this?
Going into the very not dangerous area. Okay, so this was supposed to be like, you know, just... okay. Sure.
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks different from
It
normal.
looks a bit duller.
It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Do you feel unwell at all?
Not yet.
It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated region's influence.
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal?
The purple. Sure.
This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the ley line lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of ley line activity in the surrounding area. From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the case. Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
Clues, I'm stealing that. Another rose. Yoink. Oh.
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time.
I know, I've been trying to go fishing, but all I've got is boots.
Really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances.
Sure.
Some animals
Big word.
have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment. Climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, they reach a sort of homeostasis with their environment. This equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes, causing people's bodies to react in abnormal ways.
Like the
If normal
child?
fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so they fall ill.
That's
Why
unfortunate.
are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but he and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change. Of course,
Paimon's
it's
magic.
not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab. That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something.
Should we be concerned?
Environment, no wind. Target parameters, normal. Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
And what's the floaty orbit thing around it?
A purification device that I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
Ah, so that's how we're camping out. Got
Let's
it.
set up more and cover the entire region.
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can fix. The purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, we'll need to tackle the source.
That sounds like a lot of work. And also very, very dangerous.
That's right.
Huh? The mechanical crab is
Scared.
acting a little strange.
Something's approaching.
Oh.
So that's it. Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return. Get rid of them quickly. Don't let them get close to the purification device.
Wait, it's scared of crocodiles?
Whew. That's all of them.
A whole 2?
Hey! Where are you? Wait for us!
Friends!
Let's hurry and keep up.
You don't want to go murder his friends.
The mechanical crab went that way. Let's keep up.
Help! Help!
Tanari, was that you? Oh, there's a person here. Guess it wasn't you, Tanari.
Wind blade!
Verdictus?
This is a lot of health.
Ready, steady, go!
There we go.
Spare me! Please spare me!
Hey, are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Who are you all? What happened to those mechanical monsters?
Don't worry, we took care of them.
Oh, good. That's, good.
I don't think this person's okay.
It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Krabby here isn't a bad guy. It heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be. Maybe it's gonna partner up with the other mechanical monsters and kill me. Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical freaks. I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died.
How do you accidentally go into... That don't make sense.
I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. Yes. I have to escape.
They don't seem stable.
These mechanical life forms are up to no good. It'd be best if you stayed far, far away from them. No wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms. Those things should be annihilated.
Are you okay?
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village.
Is he going to recover?
At that point, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal.
Oh, okay. I want to treat.
So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
It's so hard to understand.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it? Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you, I wonder? You're like a giant mechanical crab on the outside and a fluffy little hamster on the inside. And also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding only towards matters related to mechanical components. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why it, or rather its owner, is collecting so many components, I'm not sure.
Make more.
It's getting late, so let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further tomorrow, after a night's rest. Hey, over here! Come on, you big lummox, raise your head and look up!
I refuse.
Let's set up camp here.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Oh, any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
You're not wrong, but the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below. Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places. For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent, You'll be in charge of making the fire, and Paimon will forage for edibles
Let's just say
nearby.
Paimon's in charge of making the fire, then we're in danger.
Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can.
What's Tainari's guidance? You safely start a fire.
That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Traveler, Tainari, Paimon couldn't find any food. Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. They were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible. Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but the dead leaves on top suddenly started moving. It freaked Paimon out.
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food.
I'm supposed to be at the fire.
Oh,
okay.
you found some already.
It's more useful than Paimon. Yeah, the Paimon's fine.
Paimon understands it this time. It wants mechanical parts again.
Sorry, no part this time.
Looks
That
betrayed.
task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system. I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
Running down parts.
That is one reason.
It looks really sad.
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. All right, here's another for you. I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two can sleep first. I'll wake you up later.
We need lookouts?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard. It's settled then. I'll set up some pest-repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent.
I'm sorry, what?
Have a good night.
There are
Not too good,
poisonous
though.
insects here. Ooh, incense. Okay, before we continue this, I'm gonna go quickly go and grab a drink, so I'll be back in a second. Well, that button don't work. Yep, okay. There we go. Be back in just a second. Well, okay, more than a second, like a minute or so. Right, time to go rest. And what are the chances we're going to get attacked? I'm going to put that quite high.
Paimon's getting sleepy. Is this because of the ley lines? It's been a while since we camped outside like this.
Actually, we have a teapot.
This feels like when we just started adventuring together. Nighty-night.
Paimon gradually falls asleep while reminiscing.
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well?
Still a little sleepy.
You have to maintain constant vigilance in dangerous places like this. Yawning all the time like that is no good. If you can't stay awake, it's okay. Go sleep some more. I'm not tired yet.
I can manage.
Really? You don't need to push yourself. I'm used to staying up all night because many plant and animal species can only be observed during nighttime. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab?
Went to go take a nap.
It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went.
Are you worried
so
about
you can
it?
tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner. A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned mechanical lifeform research for years, so the origin of these creatures is very suspect.
Ooh, daily login reminder. I'm still a day ahead. Still don't understand that, but... So I don't understand that. I go into this page where you're meant to be able to claim thing, but it always disappears when I try to go click on it. Anyway, banned research. Activate previously conducted research on mechanical life forms. Why is it banned?
Topics related to mechanical life forms were popular in the Spontama for a time. Some of my juniors had also thrown themselves into such research. They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical life form that could help humanity conquer nature. However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can never possess self-awareness like us or other living organisms.
Well, that one seems to have some level of
To discover
self-awareness.
the differences between mechanical and biological life forms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals. Research on mechanical life forms was thus banned.
Wait, so it's fine on the robots, but not on... Like, okay.
The irony is that the researchers became even more impetuous afterward. Who knows? Maybe this subject will be unbanned in a few years.
Do you not like it?
That's a difficult question to answer.
I mean,
I'm interested in the
not
topic
a
of
good thing.
mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes.
Because conquest of nature?
It's just my personal opinion.
Seems a bit extreme, especially
My
considering where you
ancestors
live.
and the Valuka Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The bloodline of my people was born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important.
You're gonna
To
jump.
understand life, you must first respect
Sound
it.
like a cat in that way.
Life is
Never
not an
what's gonna
expendable
do.
commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention I have with some researchers, and why I left the academia. By placing yourself above other life forms, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions?
Understandable.
Really? Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Hello.
Coffee? Did you prepare this for us?
Where did you get...
All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part. You're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power.
How do you know that?
All right, suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it with him. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Oh. Crab friend isn't doing too well.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night.
Your punishment is solo watch duty.
Don't worry. Paimon will be sure to stay awake next time.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Do you feel off at all?
A little dizzy.
Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading out earlier today. I'll take down the tent.
Is
Where
there
did you
something we
put
can do?
the tent? Or even get it from?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame. Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night. We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
Got it! Paimon will take care of the fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's meet back here later.
Okay, but we're all doing stuff in the same place. Anyway, let's see what the rewards are. Scared the hell out of me. Google decided to start speaking. Prepare to set off. Okay, last night's pest repelling devices are recovered.
All right. It's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination.
Well, there's at least 5 of us. Well, 6, 7. If you include the crab. Wait, no, 8 if you include my buddy as well.
The closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
That's it going, you lot. That's not very friendly.
Let's dance.
There was some good damage in it, to be fair. Oh, lovely, that's already one dead. Why has this got a target on me?
Go, let the show begin.
Oh. Ew, there's 2.
Time for retribution! With the wind!
It doesn't say on the off chance it did something. Turns out it didn't, so... Yeah, just because I'm gonna end up killing Duke at this rate. There we go. Oh, it's respawned. Is it? Maybe. Part of the machine. There's a big machine.
It stopped here!
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different. Leyline energies are also
Shiny.
stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking
Can I
for.
try and eat it?
Ready yourselves. We're going in.
What do you bet it's level 82? Oh, it's level 82, who would have thought? 89, 80, 60. Yeah, it's fine. Just before we run into a giant mechanized thing. We get the trial Tainari. Hunter's Path. Again, the Noble is a bride. C3. 669. Oh. Okay, that's different. Nope, and just a bit of backstory.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters
Wait,
here.
here's a double charge. I think.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by.
Yes, it
Let's
does.
take care of them quickly.
Wait, it's already... Oh, the speed gets changed. Oh, I see. So whatever that ability does, it makes it go fast.
Can't see. Ha! Sa! Ha! Sa! Oh, who do you think you are? Enshroud! Sa!
It's definitely interesting to use. So I'll double check what it actually says about that talent. When reach arrow charging time by Tainari gains the effect which will decrease charging time by 2.4 seconds. Effect will dissipate when the skill duration ends or after 3 arrows are used. Okay. Fire an arrow carrying power of the floor that deals dendro damage. Fire off a wreath arrow that deals dendro damage upon hit. Wreath arrow create 4 cluster bloom arrows which will attract nearby opponents automatically and deal dendro damage. Okay.
Keep up.
Ooh, there's machine bits. Well, that looks interesting. What do you do?
What is this?
Yeah, no, seen
Leyline
it.
energy is spilling out from here. This
Is it
device.
broken?
It's extracting energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually disrupted like this.
That's terrible! We have to stop it! Let Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere!
Starting to get dizzy.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in ley line energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take
I'll
Paimon
take
and get out of
chances.
here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
Wait! You're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right? We're staying! We can't leave you here by yourself!
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here, then there must be a trapdoor somewhere.
like this crab. I hope they don't die. As it seems to be tradition with these. Make a friend, the friend don't last till the end of the story. I forgot to do this. Level 2, what do we get? Just some enhancement irons, but still, I guess it's worth having. Ooh.
What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful.
Oh, someone's
Watch
lab
your
is there. I guess they were conducting illegal experiments. Wait, there's a person here, what?
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that machine now! Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
His body is cold.
So they're dead.
It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collapsed and never got back up. What exactly happened here? Almost forgot about you. Here, this is the last one.
So this is where Krabby came from. Oh, it's different.
What is it doing?
They're trying to repair
Not
stuff.
sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research documents if we keep going. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look. Maybe we can piece together what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I see no rooms around here.
Wow.
Oh, did my game just... Yep, it just crashed. I love that. At least it won't take 5 hours to load. Okay. Oh wait, this means we're going to... Unless?
Wow.
Oh, it puts right back into the domain.
It's huge in here.
This place is a natural hiding spot with how hidden it is.
Oh.
Pipes continue further.
I thought this was the
Let's
same
head
area
in.
for a second. It is slightly different. Oh, what's this? I should not be allowed in. I would literally touch absolutely everything. Oh, chest. What is this? Collections of what I assume is Leyland energy. This looks like a very destroyed path. More stuff. Nothing too interesting. Oh, I can't really step on that. Okay, fine. What's over here?
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from 2 years ago.
How would you know that?
Recording?
Yes, the Spontima created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the final production into a tape. However,
Okay, who is this Spontima?
these devices are expensive to make and
Academia,
aren't
but why is it
entirely
called that?
stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do not see wider usage.
Come on, let's watch it.
When you say not stable,
Hold on,
what do you mean?
let me figure out how to play the tape. Goes in there. Okay, this should do it.
After inserting the tape, the projector gradually begins to display the
Kakata?
recording of the past.
Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone?
The crab.
There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Karkata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Karkata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists.
Why
I'll
though?
use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine.
I don't know, why would you want to make it like that? That just seems like a really bad way to make a machine. Like, unless you're trying to imitate human life, that's just not the way to go. The first person doesn't seem all there. Guess they kind of went a bit mad after the Academia didn't like what they were doing.
Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being.
Wait, it's glowing.
It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
The recording ends here.
Karkata is the mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the Academia?
Banned research.
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the Academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Junior researcher?
Junior?
Yeah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on display. That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape recordings.
Aww. Getting some, like, personal information. What's over here? Oh, what's this to go? What is here?
Look! Paimon found another tape!
Why are they just scattered around?
Let Paimon see. It's from half a year ago!
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
After inserting the tape, the detective gradually begins to display the recording of the
It's rare
past.
that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters?
You told it to make coffee for you.
Alright, there you go. Water entered the chela and caused it to short-circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be alright now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare.
So what are the parts for? Because it's not for
I'm
him.
glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk.
Can't talk. It's not your language.
Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw us talking with each other. Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably
Oh wait,
wouldn't
this
even
person
notice
should
if I
I
died.
don't even noticed that. The actual
Never
dream.
mind. I should
Doesn't make
probably
sense
be
'cause
worrying
they've
about
lost
next
Super-
month's power.
not the city even. The recording ends here.
After Abatui left the Academia, everyone lost contact with him. I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts. Why would he mess with ley lines?
Maybe he wants to keep the crab alive.
Let's keep looking around.
Or he needed it for an experiment. I don't know. Because there's a lot of this.
Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The
That's
writing is
2.
sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed.
Oh right, that would make sense.
There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say. These are the last 2
I'm guessing
tape
one of them's
recordings.
from
Let's
when he
watch
went
them.
completely insane or died. After incident, Kevin began to display an image.
Sorry, Karkata. I was
It
just
doesn't sound
thinking
too
about
good.
something. Today might become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous. I've officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor. The ley lines will serve as our power source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being. I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses based on preset commands or keywords. Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once.
I don't think what the last tape's going to be. Because he ain't doing too well in this one.
Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice.
Recording ends here. Tainari quietly inserts the next tape.
This is new. If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus... of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses? Karkata, come help me. Strange. I feel weak. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control.
Oh, so that's what happened.
Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand what I'm saying. In the end, it's just like the academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. My research... was there any point to it at all? I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a true mechanical life form.
The last recording ends here.
I see. So the ley line effluence was an accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor. This eventually resulted in severe damage to the ley lines.
And Karkata?
Paimon understands. Then why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Different.
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. To Abatui, only a machine with these features could be considered a mechanical life form. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted research. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental product, he would have noticed. Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about Abatui far more than it does about itself.
What does that mean?
I was trying to help
You'll see in a
him.
bit. But before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down.
That's why he wants mechanical parts to help his friend.
More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze.
I don't know why is this a circle? Wait, it's also... So I could fall off that way, but not sure.
Let the show begin.
Don't like where they're going. Oh.
Let's dance.
Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
No, I regret that.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Did that just miss?
Form with the forest.
What?
Can't see.
Burn!
Let's try it again.
I'll uproot you.
There we go.
Ha! Enshroud! Ha! Ha! Can't see.
Let the show begin.
Let's nip that in the bud. Ha!
Is that all? Yes.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also shut down.
Should. That was easy.
Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair themselves. Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata. Let's head back.
Karkata, you okay?
Keep up.
Oh.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational state. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. No one knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tainari says you're awesome!
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts. It's a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long. I'm going to confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Come with me. Let them be alone for a while.
I'm sorry for Crappy. Oh.
The ley line extractor has ceased operations. Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. The purification devices will handle the rest. Moving on, those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement on the bulletin board about the dangers of entering the contaminated region, and for symptomatic individuals to find Kale.
What about Krabby?
According to the Academia's policies, we need to bring everything back. Research materials related to mechanical life forms will be destroyed, and Karkata will be disassembled and sealed away.
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, The ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your bodies won't be able to hold up if you continue to stay here.
What says you, Will?
But...
Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much use here. Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow.
Tenari marks out. Sure.
And don't
that's the
talk
place.
about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
Alright. Then... let's go back to Catherine.
That might be an issue. Bye, Krabby. Yeah, that is an issue. We're gonna have to start this. Which is something I wanted to avoid, but it seems like I have no choice. So here's what we're probably gonna end up doing tomorrow. The new stuff.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh?
Who put that
what
there?
kind of commission is that?
Opponents would definitely have a reaction.
It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
No, sure we'll do it.
In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
No, wanna?
Hey, that's not any better.
Isn't that just asking for a beating?
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask, just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Nahida.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque. So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
Wait, so what? Oh, I guess it's because it's based on her power, sort of.
It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus Festival, except it was a happy one.
Good.
In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus Festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity? No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homiyanis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized.
That's good to hear.
However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsulf's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning. Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here. Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Wow, Paimon. Okay. Oh, wait, that's not good. That's really not good. Well, guess if you're continuing. Oh, is this gonna be the entire quest?
Let's continue our chat here. Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
Possess a key figure in the academia, possess a student and infiltrate the sages' quarters, grab someone close to the sages and question them. I say... possess a key figure.
I've already tried that, but all the key members of the academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me. Have you already caught the sage's attention? I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
Possess a student? Grab someone close. I'd say probably going someone close would be the easiest thing to do, but possessing a student doesn't seem like it would help.
No way, that's too risky. You mean it'd be too easy to get caught? No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives.
Okay, that's a fair
point. Would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing? That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Are we really out of ideas?
Yep.
Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already! According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal. Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously. Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages. You're saying we should
not sure
recruit
like
a
where this is
spy?
going.
That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham.
Oh,
He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back.
I wouldn't say it's a great
Probably
thing.
aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Setaria?
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd.
Why is that?
She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius.
Oh.
Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
Yeah, it isn't just a metaphor
From the
anymore.
sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Yeah, sounds
Right.
the exact person
We
we
must
need.
somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon
Every
just
10.
happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Okay, can we now go? No, because Catherine's still possessed. Okay. I don't know how this is going to go on for.
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Setaria?
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you.
I can't imagine why.
Perhaps, at some time in the past, you you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Minor offences.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Go for love.
Love prospects? No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be? Marut!
What?
Marut! Did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
They've done nothing. Like, what are we being blamed
Actually,
for?
Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Sure.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers, would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough moro over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace
Why
and
would you be in a
happiness in his
port that
retirement.
busy for the retired
I'll have
life?
someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Can you please let go of Catherine? I need to speak to Catherine. Like the actual one.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Samari's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But
I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Why did you want to know about the basement?
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
Talk to Nahida. Please don't make me do too much more of this.
So, was that everybody?
Because this can go on for a while.
3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
Oh, I see.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King.
Oh yeah, that.
Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland.
That makes it sound
Although
really
she
mean.
knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
If the Scarlet King was to criticize her actions.
So, how do we set that up?
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks.
Dream?
If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for
I don't know
sure.
how believable that's going to be, but
She'll never guess that we had
worth a
anything
try, I
to do with it.
suppose.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
Wait, you're making us.
That's
What?
no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the
This seems
effect
a
will
little
basically
weird.
be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
You know what, sure.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
This is a slippery slope.
Then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Right, so. Okay, can I complete. No, I cannot. Okay, in that case, I will stop here because it's getting quite into that story and it's probably going to take a while to have Catherine no longer possessed. So I'll have to leave it there for today. However, that does not mean I do not have to do the final wishes. There's a nice garden somewhere. Let's just stay here for now. So, Anything we need to look at? Not in there, so I guess it's just wishes. I think we'll do 3. Yeah. Oh, I was running a bit low on Stardust. Wait, no, this isn't stars, it's Primo Gems. Used quite a few of them. Anyway, wish number 1. What's it gonna be? 4-star. Erroneous Lance. Next wish. 5-star. Hello. Oh. Fair, I don't have Chi-Chi, so... I mean, it's not the worst thing I could have gotten. I think we're going to do the last one, the weapon banner, purely because I just got a 5-star, so it's going to take a while to get back. Let's try the weapon banner. Please? No. Oh well, we can't get that lucky. So... Wait, why is this giving me a notification? Is it because Chi-Chi wants something?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's because of that. Okay. Ferronius, who in here is a spare user? I think you are. This thing, I want to just quickly refine it. There we go. So that's now done. Was there another one? We have 2 black tassels. Oh wait, they're all 3-star. Okay, it's fine, don't worry about them. Anyway, now that all of that is done, it's just time for me to say goodbye and go to bed. So thanks for tuning in, and yeah, good night.